Nestled in the heart of the Balkans lies one of Europe's most underrated gems, Montenegro. And at its center, the small but vibrant capital, Podgorica. This city and the country surrounding it are full of hidden wonders, natural beauty, and a culture that blends East and West in a way that few places can. If you're planning a journey through the Balkans, this is a place you do not want to miss. Montenegro may be small, with a population of just over 600,000 people, but its diversity in landscapes and culture is immense. Podgorica alone is home to around 190,000 residents. The city sits at the confluence of several rivers, including the Moraca, Ribnica, and Zeta, and its geographical location makes it a natural crossroads where the Mediterranean lifestyle blends with the rugged spirit of the mountains. The official language is Montenegrin, but Serbian, Bosnian, Albanian, and Croatian are also widely spoken. English is common in urban areas, especially among the younger generations and those working in tourism. The economy of Montenegro is primarily driven by tourism, agriculture, and energy. Interestingly, the country uses the euro as its official currency despite not being part of the European Union, making travel easier for many visitors. Walking through Podgorica, the city unfolds gradually. It doesn't hit you with the grandeur of more famous European capitals, but its charm lies in the contrasts. From modern bridges like the sleek Millennium Bridge crossing the Moraca River to the narrow cobblestone streets of Stara Varos, the old Ottoman quarter, there's an intriguing mix of past and present. Time slows down as you sip coffee in a quiet street cafe, just steps away from ancient stone walls and medieval towers. The Cathedral of the Resurrection of Christ rises above the city with its golden domes and ornate frescoes, a modern marvel of Orthodox architecture. A peaceful stroll through King Nicholas Park reveals traces of royal history amid leafy pathways and quiet benches, where locals gather for conversation and shade. The remnants of the Ribnica fortress, though humble, sit peacefully at the meeting point of two rivers, offering one of the most serene spots in the city. It's a favorite among artists, students, and anyone seeking a quiet place to reflect. Leaving the city behind, Montenegro reveals itself as a land sculpted by rivers, mountains, and coastlines. Just half an hour away is Lake Skadar, the largest lake in the Balkans. A haven for birdwatchers and nature lovers, it mirrors the sky in its wide blue expanse, dotted with fishing boats and floating monasteries. The town of Vrpazar acts as a gateway to the lake, where you can take a boat ride and glide past lily-covered waters under soaring cliffs. In the mountains to the north lies the ethereal Ostrog Monastery, a white structure clinging to a cliff face that seems to defy gravity. Pilgrims come barefoot, believing in its miracles, but even for non-believers, the view alone is worth the journey. The road curves around valleys and rises to reveal one of Montenegro's most iconic sights. The historic town of Cetinje, a former royal capital, breathes history with every step. It's a place of museums, monasteries, and quiet streets flanked by elegant, time-worn buildings. From there, the mountains of Lovćen National Park rise to meet the sky. Climbing to the top, the mausoleum of Peter II Petrović in Jegos stands guard over the land. The views stretch from the glint of Lake Skadar to the shimmer of the Adriatic Sea. On the coast, Montenegro glows. Kotor, with its medieval walls and narrow alleyways, rests like a jewel at the edge of the Bay of Kotor. The town feels like a labyrinth, where every turn reveals a surprise, an ancient church, a hidden courtyard, or a cat curled up in the sun. The climb to the fortress above is steep, but the reward is a view that captures the heart of Montenegro's dramatic beauty. Further north, the wild landscapes of Drmita National Park await. Glacial lakes, thick forests, and the Tara River Canyon, the second deepest in the world, create a paradise for hikers, skiers, and whitewater rafters. Black Lake, silent and still, reflects the mountains like a painting. Every step in Drmita feels like stepping into a forgotten world of wilderness and wonder. Biogradska Gora National Park, though smaller, is no less magical. One of Europe's last remaining virgin forests, it's a green sanctuary of ancient trees and crystal-clear lakes. Time seems to stand still among its moss-covered branches, and the air feels heavier, richer, older. On the coast, Budva buzzes with energy. Its beaches pulse with music, and its nightlife draws visitors from across the continent. Behind the modern resorts lies a charming old town enclosed in stone walls that face the sparkling sea. South of Budva, Ulsan stretches out with its endless Velika Plaza beach, 12 kilometers of soft sand and windsurfing bliss. The town has a distinct rhythm, shaped by its Albanian heritage and seafaring past. Back in Podgorica, life moves at its own pace. The city comes alive through its people, relaxed, open, and proud of their culture. The cafe culture is strong here. It's not just about coffee, it's about connection. Tables are filled with friends sharing stories, locals watching football, and travelers making plans. The food is rich and honest. Grilled meats, fresh fish from the lake, and mountain cheeses dominate the menu. Dishes like kakamak, made of cornmeal and cheese, warm the soul. Priganis, small dough balls served with honey or cheese, make for the perfect morning treat. Wine is taken seriously in Montenegro, and vineyards like Plantes near Podgorica produce deep reds and aromatic whites you'll want to take home. Rakija, the strong fruit brandy, is served everywhere, usually homemade and offered with a smile. The weather in Podgorica shifts dramatically with the seasons. Summers are hot and dry, with July and August temperatures often soaring above 30 degrees Celsius. These are the perfect months for beach lovers and late-night revelers. Winters are mild, but wet. Temperatures hover around 5 to 10 degrees Celsius, and while it doesn't often snow in the city, the mountains turn white and invite skiers from all over Europe. Spring and autumn are ideal for travel. May, June, September, and October bring warm days, cool nights, and fewer crowds. The light is golden, the forests glow, and the country feels like it's just for you. Accommodations range from simple guest houses to luxury hotels. In Podgorica, boutique stays offer modern comfort with local flair, while family run-ins in the countryside open their doors to travelers with warm smiles and homemade food. Whether you choose the elegance of a city hotel, the rustic peace of a mountain cabin, or a seaside villa, Montenegro offers a place to rest that feels like home. The internet is fast, the roads are improving, and travel is increasingly convenient. Despite its rapid growth, Montenegro retains a feeling of authenticity. It hasn't lost its soul to mass tourism. Here, you're not just visiting, you're part of the rhythm, part of the story. In Montenegro, everything is close. Mountains meet the sea in a matter of hours. Lakes hide in green valleys, and fortresses sit atop clouds. It's a place where you can hike in the morning, swim in the afternoon, and dance through the night. And yet, it remains one of Europe's best-kept secrets. So if you're looking for something real, something raw, something that feeds the senses and fills the heart, Montenegro is waiting. Pack your bags, bring your curiosity, and let this land of contrasts reveal its magic. From the peaceful streets of Podgorica to the rugged cliffs of Dermita, from lakes that breathe to coastlines that shine, this is Montenegro, and it's more than just a destination. It's a journey into the soul of the Balkans. As the sun sets over the mountains and the last light fades across the Moraka River, Podgorica quietly transforms. What may seem like a calm, modest city during the day becomes something entirely different at night. The streets hum with new energy. Neon signs flicker on, music begins to drift from bars and clubs, and the air fills with laughter and conversation. Montenegrins know how to enjoy life, and in Podgorica, the rhythm of the night is all about connection, flavor, and letting go. Podgorica doesn't have the party reputation of bigger European capitals, but don't be fooled, it has its own unique nightlife charm. It's intimate, it's real, and it's diverse. From open-air river clubs to cozy jazz bars and buzzing nightclubs, the city offers something for everyone. There's no pretension, just a genuine vibe and welcoming atmosphere that draws you in. The heart of Podgorica's nightlife beats along Bokaska Street. This narrow pedestrian street is lined with cafes and bars, each with its own style and soundtrack. During the evening, the terraces overflow with people sipping cocktails, local wines, or cold Nixiko beer. It's a place to see and be seen, but it's also incredibly relaxed. You'll find students, professionals, artists, and travelers, all mingling with ease. There's no need to dress up too much, just bring good vibes. A few blocks away, the area around Injegasava Street offers more refined wine bars and rooftop lounges. These spots are perfect for those who want a quieter night, perhaps sipping a glass of Vranak under the stars while listening to live acoustic music. The rooftops give you a beautiful view of the city lights and the surrounding hills. It's romantic, low-key, and effortlessly cool. For those looking to dance, the city doesn't disappoint. Clubs like District and the Living Room bring in local and international DJs playing everything from deep house and techno to Balkan beats. The parties don't usually get going until after midnight, and they often last well into the early morning. These venues aren't massive, but they're high energy, stylish, and always full of life. You won't need a long guest list or VIP table to have a great time, just show up and go with the flow. There are also seasonal clubs that open along the riverbanks in the warmer months. These are perhaps the most magical. Imagine dancing under the stars, just a few feet from the water, surrounded by trees and fairy lights. These places blend music, nature, and community in a way that's hard to describe. It's the kind of night you remember not because it was flashy, but because it felt real. If you're more into live music than DJ sets, Podgorica delivers. There's a growing indie and alternative rock scene here, with bands playing in bars like Soul to Soul, Sadafer, and Bar Berlin. Jazz nights, poetry readings, and open mic sessions are common throughout the week. It's easy to stumble into a place you've never heard of and find yourself singing along with strangers by the end of the night. That's the beauty of Montenegro. It's not about big production, it's about authenticity. And when the party winds down, there's always food. Late-night bakeries, known as pekare, stay open into the early hours, offering hot burek filled with cheese or meat, served with chilled yogurt. It's a classic Montenegrin way to end the night, a comforting bite after hours of dancing or bar hopping. The smell alone will pull you in off the street. Outside Podgorica, Montenegro's nightlife stretches along the coast and into the mountains. In Budva, the party scene is famous. The old town is surrounded by beach bars and open-air clubs where international DJs come to play. Places like Top Hill, perched above the city with panoramic views, are legendary. It's flashy, loud, and unforgettable. You'll dance until the sun comes up over the Adriatic. In Kotor, the vibe is more chilled. Think wine bars and live jazz in ancient stone buildings. Herceg Novi, Ulsanj, and Bar each have their own flavor, from reggae beach parties to techno nights under the stars. Even in smaller towns like Nikšić, local pubs stay lively with craft beers, music, and a fiercely loyal crowd. Now, let's talk about the heart of every culture, its food. Montenegro's cuisine is a beautiful blend of Mediterranean, Slavic, and Ottoman influences. It's hearty, flavorful, and always fresh. In Podgorica, you'll find traditional dishes that tell the story of the land, of mountains, rivers, and coastline. Start with kakamak, a thick, comforting dish made from cornmeal, potatoes, and layers of melted cheese and cream. It's rich, rustic, and often served in the mountain regions, but you'll find it in traditional restaurants in the city as well. Perfect for a winter evening or a long lunch after exploring. Then there's cevapi, grilled minced meat fingers, usually served with soft lepinja bread, chopped onions, and a spoonful of ajvar, a roasted red pepper spread. It's a dish you'll find all over the Balkans, but each country gives it a twist. In Montenegro, it's all about smoky flavor and simplicity. Injeguski persit, or Injegusi prosciutto, is a must-try. Cured in the mountain air of Injegusi village, it's sliced thin and served with local cheeses, olives, and crusty bread. Add a glass of red wine and you've got the perfect start to any meal. Seafood lovers, you're in luck. Montenegro's coastline offers fresh catches daily. Grilled octopus, calamari, and branson, sea bass, are often served with blitva, a charred and potato side dish drizzled in olive oil and garlic. In coastal towns like Kotor or Ulsanj, you can sit beside the water, watching the boats drift in, while eating mussels in white wine or seafood risotto made with saffron and herbs. One of the lesser-known gems is sack-cooked meat. Slow roasted under a metal dome covered in hot coals, it's often made with lamb, veal, or even octopus. The process takes hours, but the result is fall-off-the-bone tenderness and deep, smoky flavor. It's usually pre-ordered in traditional taverns and reserved for special occasions, but if you get the chance, don't miss it. Vegetarians aren't left out either. Montenegrin cuisine makes great use of local vegetables. Dishes like saturash, a blend of peppers, tomatoes, and onions, or stuffed peppers and zucchini with rice and herbs, are flavorful and satisfying. Fresh salads are served with almost every meal, simple, crisp, and lightly dressed with oil and vinegar. And of course, there's dessert. Try priganies, small fried dough balls served with honey, jam, or powdered sugar. They're often eaten for breakfast or as a sweet snack with coffee. You'll also find baklava, tufahijay, stuffed apples, and krempita, a custard and cream pastry that melts in your mouth. Montenegro takes its drinks seriously, too. Wine has been part of the culture for centuries. The most famous local red is Vranac, a deep, bold wine grown in the hot plains near Podgorica. It's earthy, robust, and pairs beautifully with grilled meats. Kristac, a crisp white wine, is perfect for summer days or seafood dinners. Wineries like Plantes, one of the largest vineyards in Europe, offer tastings and tours, giving you a closer look at how these wines are crafted from vine to bottle. For something stronger, there's Rakija, the traditional fruit brandy found throughout the Balkans. It's most often made from plums or grapes, but you might also find varieties with quince, pear, or honey. It's usually homemade, served in small glasses, and offered as a welcome or a farewell. One sip and you'll feel the warmth right away. It's more than a drink, it's a symbol of hospitality. Beer is also popular, and Nixico Pivo is the national favorite. This lager is light, refreshing, and widely available. In recent years, craft breweries have started popping up, offering more options like IPAs, stouts, and unfiltered ales. These new breweries mix innovation with tradition, and many bars in Podgorica now offer local craft beer on tap. Coffee culture runs deep. It's not just about caffeine, it's about community. Montenegrins can sit for hours over a single espresso, chatting, people watching, or reading the newspaper. The most common coffee is the strong, short espresso, but you'll also find Turkish-style coffee served in a copper pot with a cube of sugar and a glass of water. It's about slowing down, taking your time, and savoring the moment. Whether you're sipping wine on a coastal terrace, sharing rakija in a mountain village, or enjoying coffee at a Podgorica cafe, every drink tells a story. Every meal brings people together. And every night, no matter where you are in Montenegro, there's a sense of celebration, of life, of place, and of connection. So if you're looking for a destination that feeds your soul as much as your appetite, where nights are warm, food is hearty, and the company is always good, come to Montenegro. Explore the rhythms of Podgorica, taste the flavors of the land, and dance your way across the mountains and coastlines. You won't just visit. You'll feel it. And hey, if you enjoyed this journey through Montenegrin nightlife and cuisine, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.